Western Illinois head coach Terry Davis, third season with the team. Head of the season, coach. Just what are your general thoughts about the 2026 campaign with the Leathernecks?
Yeah, Kyle, thanks for having us. We're excited to get going. Just general thoughts about the season as we get going here in a week and a day and get on the road here in a week is and there's plenty of individuals to talk about, but the strength of this team is the team. I really like the group of guys that we have. The culture that we have is really good. Our work ethic is good. We came here a couple years ago, and our goal from day one has just to get the right people in the room, headed in the right direction, and to create an environment that everybody wants to be a part of. And you can't wait to get to the field, can't wait to get to the weight room. You can't wait to just be around each other on a daily basis. And we've got an outstanding group of people right now, and baseball is a game of it, when you get the right people in the room headed in the same direction, you can overachieve like crazy. And like I said, plenty of individuals to talk about, but the strength of this team is the team itself. We love being around each other, and the culture and work ethic is really strong.
To play off that, so if a Western fan is at one of your first home series, what are they going to see on the field that maybe they didn't see last year and go, "Wow, Western's really improved in this area or that area"?
Well, I think you're going to see that there's a lot of new players. As Chris just mentioned, that's college baseball right now. You're going to half the team is new each year, so I think especially at the mid-major level. So there's going to be a lot of players, both on the position player side and on the pitching side that are new. So I think that's going to, that'll be the first thing that stands out to someone is, okay, here's 15 new players. Let's figure out who these guys are. But at the same time, again, I just go back to the team and the feel of everything. I think when you show up to watch the team play for the first time, whether it's in San Francisco or whether it's here at home, I think you're going to feel the presence of the group.
Will you let's talk about maybe a couple of the returning players, some of the people and the players to watch. But Liam Bushy was somebody who was an all-conference selection last year and did a lot for you. Maybe a little bit about him, but just in some of your returning players.
Yeah, Liam he's back with us again via the Pavia waiver. He's doing a great job. His body is in probably the best shape that it's been in. He's actually leaned down a little bit and he's moving really, really well. It's allowed him to be able to become a better defender at first base, something that we've been working on since we've got here. And he's actually starting to move better and more efficiently offensively. I look for a breakout year from him. From a work ethic standpoint, I just walked out from the office to do this interview, and he's him and we've got a core group of guys that are they just hang out in the cage. They hang out in the cage and Chipotle and practice, and that's about all they do, and that's about all they have any interest in doing. So he's one of those guys, and I look for him to have a big year, probably the best year that he's had since he's been here. I know he's an all conference performer, but I think you're going to see some more power from him, and I think you're going to see obviously another good year from him. Another guy that is a returner that we look to have a not maybe a more increased role, but just a bigger year from a production standpoint would be Paul Osteen. Played every day for us last year. He's a good player. He's an all conference type of player. Um, but he is ready from just a work ethic and a competitive standpoint. He is ready to have a breakout season. And I think his brain's in a place right now that will allow him to do that. Uh, Kenny Perez is back at shortstop. Played every day for us as a freshman. We asked a lot out of him as a freshman, but he's grown up a lot. He's matured and he's ready to be an all conference type of player as well.
Well, you talked about earlier that right people on the field together. How do you take those core people and then bring the newcomers and blend them together? How hard is that to find those right set of people to put together a whole roster?
Well, it's hard, and that's a good question for everybody on the call today. I think you got to do a good job of it in recruiting. It's makeup is probably the hardest thing to evaluate in the recruiting process because you don't have enough time, especially with the transfer portal. And it's you get a guy on the phone, you get him to campus tomorrow, and you got to deadline him for the next day, and it is what it is. It's hard, but we tried to do a really good job of evaluating character and makeup in the recruiting process to the best of our ability. That's number one. Then when we get to campus, we try to spend a week on culture training before we even get onto the field. Let's get to know each other before we start talking about baseball. Um, and then, ultimately, I think it comes down to the leadership in the room. You have to have alpha leadership on the team that's going to hold the team to the standards and expectations that's set forth by the coaching staff. And not only when things go good, but I think every team is defined by a bad weekend, and you got to have leaders in place that can keep the thing together when that happens. And so, anyway, I think that it's all of it. It's recruiting. It's do the best job of meshing the group together from the coaching staff, and then ultimately you got to have leaders on the team that can keep the thing together.
What's the right mix of, and it probably varies year to year, young players, high school versus portal guys?
Well, for us, I think it's different, and I think every coach would probably have a different opinion on this. But for us right now, it's we're just trying to stay as old as we can, and as big as we can, and as strong as we can. Um, the transfer portal and junior college are really big for us. Probably more junior college than portal. Uh, you know, we just look at it from a recruiting standpoint, whether it's a high school kid or a junior college kid or a transfer portal kid. It's just, can he help us right now? Can he play for us right now? Can he get on the field right now? If that happens to be a high school kid and we think he can come in and play as a freshman, then let's go get him. But if it's a junior college kid or a transfer portal kid, I think that's mid-major Division I athletics and baseball right now. It's just, what can you do for me right now? And for us, we're going to stay relatively old, as that's the level as well. But again, if it's a high school kid that we think that can make an impact immediately, then we'll go do that as well.
As you referenced, you're going to play San Francisco next week. So you're going to be in the West Coast. You got VMI, so you're going to be in the East Coast. You got ULM, so you'll be down far south. Just talk about some of those non-conference games and what you're looking forward to help develop the guys.
Well, we're excited that we're going to get an opportunity to play a lot of different brands of baseball, and I think that will that's obviously by design to help us be as well rounded as possible by the time that we get to OVC play. I think it's important that we travel. I think you can grow culture and just the team. You can grow the team just by traveling. We get an opportunity to go out to San Francisco, as you mentioned. As you mentioned, San Francisco is they're going to be a challenge just in terms of playing good baseball. They're going to throw strikes. They're going to play defense. They're going to short game, bunt, hit. They're going to do some things like that. That's going to prepare us for some teams in our league that do that. Then we'll go to Millington and play Akron at a neutral site. Hopefully, get some good weather. Akron is an up and coming program as well. Then we'll go down south and play Monroe in week 3. Obviously, first year head coach to the program, but obviously, coming out of the Sun Belt, they'll be a talented team and a challenge in itself. And then we'll go over to, as you mentioned, we'll go over to VMI. I think everybody has heard about the season that they had last year in terms of stealing bases. They led the country in stolen bases, stole 220 bases or whatever that was. So that'll be a good challenge for us in terms of controlling the running game and, again, preparing us for some teams in the league that do that. And then week 5, right before OVC play, 2 games here and we play a 4-game set against Illinois State. We started that last year, and we're going to keep doing that for the foreseeable future. But 2 games at our place, 2 games at their place, and they're picked second or third in Missouri Valley this year. Great program. They do a great job over there, and that'll be a huge challenge for us. But we're excited. We've got a lot of travel coming up, but we get an opportunity to build culture, and we get an opportunity to play against some programs that do a lot of different things and a lot of different brands of baseball, and get us ready and prepared for OVC play in week 6.
You're not the new guy on the block. You've been around the OVC a couple years now. What have you learned about the league, and what do you like most about competing in the OVC?
Well, I think the OVC is it's a competitive league, and I think I grew up in Kentucky. I think you knew that, Kyle. So the OVC is not totally foreign to me, but we've been gone on the West Coast for quite some time, and then now back. Um, it's a really competitive league. I mean, look at what Little Rock did last year. They snuck into the tournament on the last day. We helped them do that maybe, but they did sneak in there and then almost went to a super regional. So whether you're on the top of the league or whether I think the good thing about it is whether you're on the top of the league or you're at the bottom of the league, so to speak, uh, it's competitive and you better bring it every day and every weekend. And I think, that's the challenge if you're on the top, and the challenge, or not the challenge, but if you're on the bottom of, if you're at the bottom of the league or the perceived bottom of the league, it's a league in which, there's not a Florida or Texas A&M at the top of it looking down at you. Everybody's got a chance and everybody's got a chance every weekend. And, ultimately it just comes down to not only talent, but who can get the thing right, who can handle a bad weekend, who's got good culture, who's got good work ethic, who feels good, where you playing at, just all those things. And anyway, I think it's a competitive league where everybody's got a chance to be successful. And that's probably in my short time here, just the coolest part about it is there's good people, and really respect the coaches and what everybody does in the league, and everybody's got a chance to be successful.
Well, Coach, appreciate your time this morning. Just best of luck to you and your team, and best weather as well as we get this season started.
Yep. Thanks, Kyle. I appreciate it. And go next.